General Kelly. He was spectacular today on his press conference, and we appreciate everything he said. With that, I want to introduce Rudy Giuliani, and he's going to be working with Jared Kushner and with Tom Bossert, who are also here. And Rudy's very much of an expert on cybersecurity. It's been a very important thing to him and to what he does, and maybe I'll ask Rudy to say a few words.
Well, thank you very, very much, Mr. President. First of all, congratulations on what is in fact a historic start of an administration. I've never seen so much done in so short a period of time than ever. I was in the early part of the Reagan administration. Used to sit in this room every Thursday, and I remember how fast they got off to a start, and you're about 3 times ahead of them. I don't remember the Roosevelt 1,000 days, but I think you may be ahead of him, and you're doing it without a cabinet, with 3-4 members.
It would help if the Democrats approved our cabinet. I will
So,
say.
congratulations. And what you've been doing is keeping your promises, and this was one of your promises. One of your promises was to shore up our country, because one of the dangers we face, national security and crime, is cybersecurity. And a large part of our country, unlike other countries, is made up of the private sector. And the private sector is wide open to hacking, and sometimes by hacking the private sector, you can get into government. So we can't do this separately, and you were wise enough to decide that we should have a council where we can bring in the private sector. They can explain to you the problems they have. They can explain to the administration the solutions they have, which in some cases may be better than the government's. In some cases, they may not be as good as the government. Plus, we can search around the world, including in countries like Israel and places where they're doing a lot of advanced cybersecurity analysis. We can look for long-term solutions. So here, you're addressing not only a national security problem, but you're addressing the fastest growing form of crime in America, which is cyber theft. It's growing faster than any other crime. And finally, by speaking out on this and holding regular meetings on it, you're using the bully pulpit of the presidency to get the private sector to wake up. Some of the private sector has awakened to the fact that they have to do more about cybersecurity, but part of it hasn't. And as president, you are in a unique position to get the private sector to realize that they have to pitch in and help the government. And I'll work very closely with Jared and with Tom and Sebastian Gorka and all the people that you have that are working on this. And we'll take our priorities from you. If what you want to do is look at the grid, we'll bring in all the private grid companies and solution companies. If you want to look at financial institutions, we'll do financial institutions. If you want to look at hospitals, we'll bring in hospitals. But we'll let you set the priorities so we can have a very, very close working relationships. And congratulations on fulfilling another one of your campaign promises.
Well, thank you very much, Rudy. I appreciate it, and I know you're going to do a great job. And you formed a committee, and we're going to go into great detail, and we'll have it up and running, and we'll be doing something very special in many ways. I want to just thank Senator Dan Coates. Thank you very much for being here, Senator. Would you have anything to say about cyber?
Clearly, it's risen to a top priority because of the impact that it can have. My job, if confirmed, and I'm not confirmed yet.
I have a feeling you'll make it.
Well, I hope so. My job is to make sure the intelligence community provides every bit of intelligence that they can so that the policies that can be affected are the right policies to deal with this. I think this is an enormous challenge, but one that is a significant threat to our country and something that needs to be, we have to get after this right away.
Well, I want to thank you for your service, and thank you for everything you've done, even over the last week. Your knowledge is amazing, and everybody has great respect, so thank you very much. And he thought he was going to leave after many years in the Senate and have a nice, peaceful life, and I called him, Dan, how about going a little bit longer? And we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Admiral, thank you very much, Mike, for being here. Would you have anything to say about cyber?
Other than, as Mr. Giuliani indicated, that I believe the key here is going to be partnerships between the private sector and the government. It's our ability to bring together the capabilities of both. That's the sweet spot.
Good. Well, we'll do that. And as you know, John Kelly just gave a very long news conference, and a very, very good one, an effective one. And while he's warmed up, if you have anything to say about cyber, you might as well go for another 1 minute or 2 minutes.
I have a lot of things to say about cyber, but I think I'll just learn at the feet of the wise men here.
And I have a lot to do with the border and with, really, if you think about it, a lot to do with what you're doing. So it's going to be very important. Well, thank you all very much, and we're going to have a meeting, and we're going to get it going. Thank you, John.
One second, I would just like to point out one person.
How are you going to get them through?
General Keith Alexander.
Hold it 1 second, Rudy's just saying one thing.
General Keith Alexander is probably the person who knows the most about cybersecurity of anyone that I know. And he, I hope, will play a very, very big role in this.
Look forward to supporting you, Mr. President.
This man is a tremendous resource.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you, General. That's very nice. And we'll see you in a little while. We'll be announcing a Supreme Court justice who I think everybody is going to be very, very impressed with. So we'll see you at about 8 o'clock.
The
Thank you.
Democrats guy didn't get through, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
They say it got stolen.
Thank you.